Kenya yangu natamani siku moja nisimke wanawake wanaweza pia kufanya kama waume.
The theme of this meeting is Woman Arise and Shine. I was asking the Lord on what to speak to the women, because there are a lot of women in scriptures that have actually inspired my walk with the Lord, also being a woman in ministry. Because when I look at the life of Deborah, I'm inspired by Deborah. I love the way she served God with power and spoke the word of God without fear. When I look at Esther, I am inspired by Esther in the Bible. The way she interceded for her people before the throne of grace. And I pray that in my generation, God will raise Esthers, women that will intercede for their people and their families before the throne of grace. When I look at the Shunammite woman, I love the way she trusted God in the times of adversity, and she inspires me. When I look at Hannah, I love the way she dedicated her children to God.
My name is Senior Assistant Commissioner General of Prisons, currently the Commandant of the Prison Staff Training College in Ruiru. My work here basically is on capacity building. Here we train newly recruited trainees. We also train newly recruited cadet officers, and we also have development courses for the already serving officers. So basically my work here is training. So I joined the prison service way back in 1982 as a cadet officer, and went through a 13-month training. And thereafter I was posted to, in 1983 I was posted to Langata Women Prison as a duty officer. And in Langata Women Prison I worked for almost 4 years. After the 4 years I was posted in 1986 to Embu Women Prison as the officer in charge. At a very young age of 25 years, I became a leader, an officer in charge at 25 years. And at first I had resisted. I didn't want to go to, I was very comfortable at Langata Women Prison, but finally I had to go, because for us, you obey orders as they are, or instructions as they are given. In 1993, I was transferred here at this training college as a senior lecturer. And I took up the work of training again for another 8 years here at this training college. And at one time, after being a lecturer for some time, I was also promoted to senior superintendent of prisons while here. And I worked as the adjutant. The adjutant is like the personal assistant to the commandant. And in 1999, I was again transferred to Nakuru Women Prison as the officer in charge. And in Nakuru, I worked for like 2 years. And I was reposted back to this training college in the 2001. Yeah, 2001. I came back to this institution. Then from here, I also again worked for 2 years. And in 2003, I was transferred to Langata Women Prison again.
Money is devolved, or with the functions are devolved to create tension. Kirinyaga, for example, has a very small budget, right? We have a budget of about 4.6, 4.7. They were increasing it, I think, this year at 5.2. A lot of that, about 3 or so, goes to recurrent expenditure, staff, and now medicines, etc. You're left with the development budget of less than 1 billion. Now, imagine 1 billion. Then the county